What's up, guys? We're here at ECA Belfast, ready to kick off another massive event in the fitness industry in Northern Ireland, thankfully hosted by Mccelland, and we are super pumped to be here. We're going to get into it, we're going to give massive value, and today we're going to give 10 things your fitness business needs to survive, grow, and most importantly, service your clients at the highest level.
Align yourself with better people. Goes without saying, proximity is power. It's an old Tony Robbins one. But when you surround yourself with better people, they're going to help you fast track the unknown. They're going to help you navigate waters that you haven't navigated before. What they're also going to do is lend inspiration for you. They're going to help you grow. They're going to help you move forward. But most importantly, they create an access point. They create a path that has been walked before. Just because nobody in your town or nobody in your area or nobody that you know hasn't done it, doesn't mean that it can't be done. So what you want to do is align yourself with people who are the current industry leaders, who are doing the shit that you want to do, who are in the position that you want to be in, and get around them, guys. You have to understand, you have to pay to play in this game. The mindset around investing in fitness business and investing in your own company in Northern Ireland it's wired differently. We have to break that mold today, and like I said, to see so many people in here today is unbelievable. Well, learning new skills is everything. Here's what I know about skill sets. When skill sets are limited, so are profits. So if you want to build a successful fitness business, you got to get some skills. It goes without saying that you should already be equipped with the tools to deliver good coaching. My goal at the end of the day as a consultant for gyms, as a consultant for PTs now, I shouldn't have to teach you how to coach a goblet squat. You should know that. You should know the fundamental principles. And if you don't, maybe that's a skill set that you need to sharpen up on. Maybe you need to sharpen up on marketing. Maybe you need to understand how to sell. Maybe you need to understand how to create a website. Maybe you need to understand how to build sales pages. Maybe you need to understand how to clearly build out a marketing strategy that works. Maybe you need better processes for your business. Who's the process guy? All these things are skill sets. Now, what I've noticed this year from a game, we just ripped Evolve apart and rebuilt it. And we've doubled the business in 6 months. Like, that's what we've done. It's not, look at me, it's like, that's what we've done. But there's been some key elements for that actually happening. And that is, I've got myself to a position where we're able to buy skill sets now. We're able to hire people to do shit for us at a level that we couldn't do it. So there's an element then of like relinquishing control of aspects of the business, but that's what your team's for. There's a cost of entry to get to the next level. My cost of entry, what I found was like there was a lot on web design, there's been a lot on marketing, but since then we've been able to form a new company. Implement fast goes without saying. Implement fast. So when we're here today, there's going to be nuggets. I'm sure you guys have diaries and notebooks full of stuff from the last couple, well, from yesterday and today. There's going to be loads. But what you want to do is implement that information. It doesn't mean anything if you don't use it. What are the 4 or 5 things that you've taken away from today and from yesterday that are going to take you from here to here? What are they? Just get really clear on them things, because you've got pages and pages of notes, but let's start using them. What's valuable? Spend some time tonight actually reflecting on it. I know everyone's going to want to get on the piss and going to want to, that's what's going to keep you fucking stuck. That's what's going to keep you stuck. Not where you are. You're coming to these events. It's not about a piss up. It's not about that. It's about how can I take this information and make it work for me. Fail forward and fail often. And I think that that's the biggest thing, right? Like, we're all chasing perfection, especially with social media's influence now. Fucking angle's not right, the background's not right, my phone screen's cracked, all this shit. I was only showing the lads a video, it was like 2 days ago in the team meeting. I was from 5 years ago of me filming content in my cottage at the time. And it was fucking painful to watch. It was embarrassing. And I'm sure you guys probably feel like that a little bit when you're producing content. You feel awkward, like, fuck, what if I get judged or I look stupid? That's not the case, guys. It doesn't matter. Don't get it perfect, get it going. It's far better to get that message out there. Some of the best videos that I ever put out on like Facebook Lives, when that was a thing, it was just me walking and talking on a fucking iPhone. There was no fancy setup. Get results. So super important, guys, that you fulfill on your company's promise. It goes without saying, if you can't get results for your clients, why should they hire you? Like, what do you do? Like, who are you in this industry? Like, what is your product? What is your promise? You need to have a company's promise. You need to have a promise. You need to have a guarantee. Otherwise, again, why should I do business with you? And then always over-deliver on the service you provide. It goes without saying. We talk a lot about like staying in nice hotels and stuff and getting yourself into environments that make you want more, that show you a different way of doing things. And I think putting yourself into like nice hotels and nice restaurants and stuff like that, what I find that setting does for you is it changes how you think. It changes what the new level of standards are. And you'll always come away from stuff like nice dinners or like a nice stay with fucking loads of inspiration and ideas. I'm taking pictures of the menus, I'm writing shit down everywhere I go. Like, that's just how I'm wired, but it really helps me because I'm always looking to implement. Again, celebrate your results to expand your mindset. I think what happens is, like, when you don't celebrate your results, you get into that process of like, what am I doing this for? And that's a dangerous place to be. And if you're feeling that right now, or you're feeling like you're in that sort of place, because you can get there, it can get a bit stale. All you probably need to do is just sort of take a bit of a step back, like celebrate the results, award the achievement, and then reset the goal, reset the vision, reset the direction, and start moving towards that. You got to course correct, because boredom kills businesses. The thing is with your brain is like, your brain's so good at solving problems. It's fucking unbelievable at solving problems. But the flip side of that is, if your brain's not solving problems, it's fucking creating them. So make sure that we're clearly working towards something, otherwise we can end up in that destructive path. 7, you are full of shit. Every single coach I've ever hired has told me I'm full of shit at some level. Again, I wouldn't be who I am without them people telling me I'm full of shit. They don't actually tell me I'm full of shit in them words, some people do. But for me, that line of you're full of shit, it's all about the action steps that I take, because I'm the type of person that I'm going to be like, am I though? I'm going to fucking show you. If you give me a list of 50 bullet points, I'm going to have 50 done as fast as anyone in the fucking room, if not faster. Probably faster. But that's just who I am. And I think for me, it's like, how do I transition that mindset into like a business and building a relationship with your clients? Work with a lot of affluent people as a PT. And what I found was, I was really fucking guilty of this, and I'm sure you guys will be able to resonate with this, but I was really guilty of taking the blame. Like, they're fucking about all weekend. And instead of me having a hard conversation, I would have took the blame. I would have been like, no, this is my fault. Hold on, it could be something. Insert magic bullshit to deflect the blame from them, which is what they needed, though. They needed a hard conversation. They needed me to get honest with them. They needed me to show them that I actually give a fuck as a leader, that I actually want to see them succeed. That's who you have to be for your clients. Be the leader, like, call them out, but there's a way of doing it as well. For me, you can't go around calling people out if you don't have relationships with these people. So have good relationships with all your people. Have genuine interest in them. Like, it starts there. After that, the hard conversations come because you care. But there's an element of growth, especially with, even if it's a fat loss client, there's an element of growth that they have to fucking step into, and that's an uncomfortable process. But that's not going to happen without a hard conversation. Like, some people's realities are like, you're going to have a fucking heart attack if you continue down the path that you're going. And I know you've got 2 kids, and I know you want to be there for them, and I know you want to set high standards for them. Do you think a conversation like that's going to help them tap into a different part of their brain, take more action, and get better results? Of course it is. It doesn't mean you're a dick, it means you care. That's the difference. So that's the type of coach that you want to become. You are the catch as well. At the end of the day, these people reach out to you because you provide a service of value that promises them a result, that promises them an end result, a dream result. Gives them confidence, gives them a better family life. All these things are super important, but you are the catch, but you have to believe that as well. Number 8, learn how to optimize your environment. Like, this for me has been huge this year. If you've checked out Evolve Health and Performance, you've checked out our socials or anything like that, you will have seen that we've put tons of money back into the gym just because of this alone. For me, you want to optimize your environment. You walk into gyms now, there's fucking PTs smoking vape pens. Like, that's where we are in Northern Ireland. That's where it is. Like, we need to get that shit out. But that's not going to happen if we don't set the higher standards and optimize the environment. That's who we have to be committed to becoming. That for me is like getting rid of a couple of fucking team members over the last year. And not bad people or anything like that, but there's a level that our team's at now that you just couldn't walk into. It is so fucking like, everyone's driven, everyone's vision's clear, and it's a really optimized environment. Everyone's making tremendous steps forward. So this is a really good analogy that I use when I think about setting up a gym. And I could tell you, from when I first set up my first gym, I set up my first gym. I took out a 25 grand loan from Tesco, absolutely shitting myself. 17 and a half of that went into building the shed, which was in the middle of fucking nowhere, and 12 and a half went into kit. Even back then, I was on the W10 website, I was on the Results Fitness website, I was looking at their gyms, I was listening to podcasts, I was doing everything I could, but I still had a vision for what I wanted. I could show you like books from like 6 years ago where I have like what I have now. But the question that's going to change your fucking game is like, if money wasn't an object, what would you do to create a 5-star facility where you are right now? Like, what does that look like? Just takes the blinders off. If money wasn't an object, what would you have? What would your dream gym look like if you want to become a facility owner? Or even if you're a PT, like how can you optimize the environment that you're in so that your clients don't feel like shit in it? So that your clients know that you're surrounded by high standards. If there's 5 dog shit trainers in the gym that you're in that don't give a fuck, maybe you need to change that environment. Maybe you need to show that setting a higher standard is important to you. Super one, vision, super simple. Clarity on the direction that you want to go. This for me is really cool. Like, I tell my guys all the time, you're fucking spoiled. So when I first started out as a coach, I was promised the world by this dick in this industry. And long story short, my rent ended up being £1,000 a month. I'd paid that for 2 months in the gym I was in. They then decided that the gym was going to set up a mobile home. So they set a mobile home up on site. Now this thing was blue moldy. And they were very kind enough to install an electric box that I had to put pound coins in. So I talk about a huge target, the reverse engineer. So I just want to set that scene. So I'm in a moldy fucking porta cabin. I'm just listening to Bedros Keuilian. Dan worked with Bedros. And I'm seeing 100K. I was so fixated on 100K. I thought 100K was fucking 100 million back in. And 100K, it was like reverse engineer that. So that's like 8,333. That's what 100K looks like a month over 12 months. So then what does that look like in client terms? Okay, now that fucking changes it, because that's only 56 clients at 147. I'm like, I could fucking definitely do that. And that's how that was born. And that's how that fucking happened. But that was a huge target and reverse engineered. For us now, it's 7 figures or nothing. Like, that's what we're going to do. 7 figures in a year. Like, that's where we're at. That's where we're chasing now. That's why I said 83 at the start. Values drive your daily decisions. Values are everything. If you don't have a list of core values for your business, if you don't have a list of core values for who you are as a person, you're going to struggle, because your values drive your daily decisions. It's very easy to get emotionally charged in fitness. Fucking 3 clients left this week. What the fuck? But you have to understand that everyone leaves. Every client that you have on your books right now will not be a client. You have to get comfortable with that. But then you have to get comfortable with your ability to sell and market, because that's not going to be a problem if you understand that. But your values are going to help you make the best decisions possible to drive that company forward, even when you're in an emotionally charged state. Even when you're holding off on making a decision that you know needs made. Your values make that shit happen. Planning for success is everything, guys. I'm sure you guys have probably had bits on planning at the minute, throughout yesterday and stuff, but planning is everything. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a clear course of direction, if you're not sort of setting big goals, reverse engineering, you're not going to hit anything. That's the truth. I have genuinely, shit you not, journaled every day this year, as well as broken down my full year and did 90-day targets. I have Andrea's head fucking melted, because we just tick boxes. That's all it's about. It's about ticking boxes and winning the game. Ticking boxes and winning the game. It's an obsession. Do you want to get to that place?
A massive action day wrapped up at the ECA Event Belfast, guys. If you found this event useful, if you found this video useful, like this video, share this video, and pave it forwardly, most importantly, so that people can extract value and put the systems into their business to move forward. All I need you guys to do is click the link in my bio for more information, and we're going to help you build a better fitness business.